welcome back to the message of the week. Just good to have a sip of coffee. And you know what to do if you haven't been here before. What I'm gonna say is that you guys will pick a pile. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is your job to pick the pile that you want to hear from today. And this is to do with the message of the week. Now I will be doing a message of the month coming up a little bit later. So for right now, we're going to take a look at what this last week of May entering into June is going to look like. So, pick your poison, pick your pile. I'm going to drink my coffee while you do that. Nothing like some coffee. I tell you, it's like one of those days, guys. One of those days where it's just not enough caffeine. I swear. All right. So if you haven't picked your pile yet, you go pause and then come back and unpause if you want to hear the message. So we're gonna start with pile 1 here and see what's going on. Oh. And for those that are wondering, I don't look at these when I go to pick them. I just do my video. Okay, so we have the 4 of Cups. We have Lavender Moon. This is very interesting for the confirmation. Anyway, I went with fairies today. Just something was like, do fairies. So I did. Anyways, the 4 of Cups, okay? There's like this kind of annoyance or boredom, maybe a lack of tolerance even towards others, whether it be romantic, friendship, family. But it can also mean that you might be bored or annoyed too towards a certain situation. With the Lavender Moon showing up, that might be kind of like needing to kind of stir something up position-wise, okay? Because the Lavender Moon is asking you to do some assessing and researching, okay, and able to grab a new opportunity up. So, with that being said, okay, you need to not worry about what others will say when you go to take on this opinion, or this opportunity, sorry. Like, don't worry about others' opinions when it comes to this new opportunity that you want to do. Whether that be a new journey into your spiritual path, whether that be a new journey into a new career, or even gathering some ideas for opening a business as well, or going back to school, right? But you need to take this time to kind of do your research first and do the assessing first before actually moving forward, okay? Just make sure that you have all of your ducks in a row. They're literally showing me ducks in a row. Like, those like little rubber duckies? That's exactly what they're showing me, all lined up. So make sure you have all your ducks in a row before going forward with this opportunity, right? I don't really feel that there's too much of a static when it comes to people in your life, but you might feel a little bit a tad annoyed because you are wanting something new and something different for yourself, and there might be a person in your life who is like, oh, you shouldn't do that, you gotta like look at things like this. I don't think you will be able to do that. Okay, you need to just do your own thing. Okay, do your own thing. They're not in charge of your life, you are, right? Okay, so do that research and assessment towards this new opportunity that you're looking to pursue, and then once you've got kind of things figured out from there, go for it, okay? It's better to kind of get all the information you can before taking that leap, especially when it comes to such a drastic change, okay? Like career changes can be drastic. It could require you to go back to school if you're thinking of completely something different, right? So just make sure you do a little research, okay? Really listen to yourself and see if this is something that you would be interested in, or interested in learning, pursuing, okay? So this could, like I said, this has to do with like going back to school, career, business. This can also mean something coming up for your spiritual path as well, okay? So there might be needing to switch things up on your spiritual path, whether that be learning something completely different, and kind of letting go of old ways that you used to do things or are doing in order to incorporate the new ways. All right, I hope that makes sense. All right, so if we look at pile 2, what's for tile 2? Why do I get a feeling that most of these are about learning? Yeah. Alright. Okay. If you pick pile 2, we have the priest coming up. But we also got the green man. The priest, okay, we're bringing up learning. Learning. Okay? It can be growth in your spiritual aspects. It can be growth with your work or your relationships, okay? But there's always learning to be done. You may think that you've got things figured out nice and easy peasy, but there are still some things that need to be looked at, okay? And also that pursuit of new knowledge too, right? We never stop learning, so don't think that you're done yet. But with the green man stepping through, to me this is more of a spiritual thing going on with you guys, okay? So this is more to do with learning more about your path and opening yourselves up to different pathways or different abilities. And with the green man coming up, okay, basically there's this need to do a bit of a let go, all right, in order to incorporate this new knowledge or this new pathway, okay? You'll find that the things that you once learned, all right, the things that you once learned may not fit with what you're going to be doing next, okay? And because the fact that we've got the priest and the green man, and there's a lot of green in this, okay? A lot of green, a lot of earth ties, okay? To me, that suggests that you'll be walking more on, say more of like a nature learning. So whether that has something to do with learning about nature spirits, whether that has something to do with learning about herbs and plants and growth, you'll find your spiritual growth will be in, say, forests. You'll find that your spiritual growth will be, being able to connect with plants, being able to connect with nature, needing that nature to help you facilitate these new learnings, okay? It's almost like I'm hearing like a wood witch or a forest witch, like an earth witch, something like that, okay? But there is this new pathway that is opening up, this new learning that is opening up, okay? And you need to be mindful not to be like just because you're going to start off something new and unknown territory, okay? I think that you already have a little bit of knowledge, but you need to expand on that. You need to expand that learning and expand that growth. Even if that means taking some old lessons or taking some old ways of thought, okay? Or things that have been influencing you from the past that have been basically holding you back because of fear, okay? You need to let those go in order to integrate this new, okay? So once again, you're also on a journey of assessing and learning and growing. So pile 1, pile 2, you guys are learning. You guys are learning friends. Awesome. Okay, let's see what's going on for pile 3. Ooh, that feels like a poop, like in your face. What do we got? Oh well, that makes sense. We have we have death coming up, but we also have autumn splendor. So going through the motions of change, going through the motions of rebirth, okay? That transformation stage, okay? And you're going to be showing it Oh, doggy, you're going to be showing it. Okay, the autumn splendor is about showing yourself off. Okay, but make sure that when you do show yourself off, whether it's, the transformation, physically, spiritually, mentally, what have you, whatever growth you've done to do this transformation work, okay, just make sure that you are confident in showing the new you, okay, but at the same time, just make sure that you are gaining that attention on a level where it's not the give me's. Like, how some people will change and they want everyone to give them praise and everything else. And try not to be like that. Let people notice on their own, okay? And 10 to 1, people are already noticing. They are already noticing this change because, let me tell you, when I touched those, that energy just went poof. So this is a big, this is not something small. This is a big transformation for you. And let me say, congratulations. Congratulations. It was probably what turned out to be the smallest little thing, but there was a lot of work behind this small little thing. And oh boy, are you ever shiny. Okay, so congratulations once again, but make sure that when you go to share yourself and share this new part of yourself, that you are gaining the attention that is deserved from people that actually support you, right? And not trying to get other people's attention forcefully, if you will. Let them gravitate towards you. You'll notice that the real supporters of you will mention things like, oh wow, you've changed so much, right? Or, oh wow, your energy is totally different, right? They will give you the compliments that, will give you that confirmation, right? Whereas if you force it, then you're not really gaining that true confirmation. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Because that makes sense to me. But wow, good for you. Good for you. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Whoo, I got goosebumpies. Goosebumpies. All right. All right, what we got here? Okay, we got another one we're letting stuff go. We're letting stuff go. What are we letting go? Okay. I also got another person doing research, having to do that research. So we got the Knave of Wands. I know it's hard to see because of the sun's reflection. We also have the Spirit of Samhain. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize if I'm not. So you want to go for these new opportunities. Okay, you really have that drive to start something new for yourself. But you also don't want to look like the fool when you do go ahead and do this, right? So this is where that research comes into play. So whether that has something to do with, once again, a career change or going to school or spiritual aspects of yourself, it could be a combination of many, okay? But there's this opportunity that you want to grab. They're showing me seeds, and they're showing me them growing, but it's part of it is slow motion. So you're going to get to where you want to go, but it's going to be a slow process. So don't get discouraged and throw in the towel. Basically, in a nutshell, don't get discouraged and throw in the towel, guys. All right, it's just going to be a bit of motivation, determination, and drive. Okay. There's going to be a little bit of research required, okay? You don't like to take risks. That's fine. But partly, you might need to let that go, that not wanting to take risks, okay? I feel like this new opportunity will require you to take a couple risks, okay? So we're talking about here is like a death transformative state for yourself. Okay. Um, so they're saying like letting go of the fear, letting go of the fear. You need to take this little bit of a risk. Okay, just this little bit of a risk. Okay, you can still have your research to keep you comfy and not feel like you're going to be the fool at the end of the day. Okay, but you are going to have to let go some of those fears. Okay, let go of old perspectives, old ways of thinking, old ways of seeing how things should be. Okay, because this is going to require you to learn a different way of seeing things, viewing things, and even doing things. Okay, it's going to be hard work for the first bit, but as soon as you hit that middle cusp where you feel like comfortable in what you're doing, that seed that's being planted is going to grow quick. So make sure you hold on to those reins and make sure that it doesn't grow out of control. All right? Because you might find yourself having a hard time catching up with it. So whatever the idea that you're trying to pursue right now, yes, research is required, but you also have to let go of some old thought patterns, some old perspectives, and make way for these new learnings that you need in order to reach this opportunity. Okay? And stay determined and driven. Point blank. Okay? Like this new pathway is going to be it's going to be transformative in the way of how you deal with things, not just like opportunities or career, what have you, okay? But this is going to kind of increase your self-growth and self-awareness as well. All right, so it's not just the transformation of something new opportunity-wise, but it's also the transformation of yourself and how you think and how you view things, okay? And how you get things done, right? So there you have that. And I gotta find the other deck. Where did I put it, guys? Do you know where I put it? I gotta look. So many of them. I'd say I'd have to downsize, but I don't think I'll ever do that. Okay, well, we're gonna have to, how about we pick, I'm gonna use a new deck. How about this? I'm gonna pick something from one of my new decks to be the energy of the week for the collective. But I'm going to read it from the book because I'm still trying to connect with this deck. So how about we try something different? Let's try something different, okay, guys? This one is called the Dreamweaver's Oracle. It's by Colette Baron Reed. These pictures on this deck is freaking gorgeous. They're freaking gorgeous. Like, this is the back. Makes me think of the Ouroboros, right? Everything is never ending. So, but the pictures on these cards are gorgeous. Like, well done. Like I said, I'm still practicing with this deck, so like still trying to get understand the meaning of the cards. I mean, some of them make sense, but then other cards that you look at, you're like, okay, what I felt was not what the guidebook said, but we'll see. All right. We are looking at the collective energy of this week. Please guide me to something with clarity, something that can be helpful for the people who are viewing this. Oh, this is pretty. It says, all the diamonds in the sky. So intuitively, to me, this is like you guys are reaching for new opportunities, all right? You just have to trust that those opportunities are going to come. And there's so many of them, okay? So this week might be full of opportunities. All right, let's see what the darn book's got to say. Because I'm sure the book's got something completely different. Okay, yeah, okay, there we go. So essential meaning is limitless, oh my goodness. Limitless potential and possibilities unique to you. moving out of limiting beliefs, reaching for the stars, and trusting you will reach them. Well, I guess my intuition wasn't that far off. So, yeah, with all these different opportunities, grab a hold of them. Grab the ones that really inspire you. Grab the ones that really excite you and interest you, right? We grab the ones that we are gravitated towards because they're the ones that will be more successful for us, right? Make sure that you are taking on these new opportunities for yourself and not for anyone else. And don't let anyone else's opinion stand in the way of what you are doing. Remember, this is your life, not theirs. Okay? Okay. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the messages of the week, and I wish you all a very positive week. Positive week as we are stepping into the month of June, guys. Okay? Like I said, I will upload the video for the month of June probably tomorrow, so that way you guys can have a look ahead. All right, take care, everyone. Stay safe. All right, I gotta use my mouse. That was awkward.